Hello, and welcome. Today, we're diving into a topic that has long intrigued philosophers, psychologists, and anyone looking to grow: getting out of your comfort zone. We hear this phrase often, but what does it mean to step outside the limits of our comfort? Why is it so essential, and how can we actually do it right now? Let's explore. The first step to breaking out of your comfort zone is understanding what it really is. Imagine it as an invisible boundary we create, surrounding ourselves with the familiar routines, familiar people, familiar places, even familiar thoughts. Inside this space, we feel safe. Everything is predictable, and there's little risk of failure or judgment. But as safe as it is, staying in this zone can also be limiting. When we only engage with what's comfortable, we often miss out on growth, potential, and new experiences that can shape us into fuller versions of ourselves. Philosophically, we can relate this to Plato's allegory of the cave. In this allegory, people live in a cave, chained in a way that limits their perception of the world. They only see shadows on the wall, mistaking them for reality. The cave represents the comfort zone, a place where we only see shadows, our current perceptions and beliefs, without ever seeing the broader truth. Let's dive a little deeper. If you never challenge yourself, if you never step outside of what you already know, you miss opportunities for self-discovery and even wisdom. By staying comfortable, you're avoiding experiences that could expand your understanding, resilience, and empathy. Consider this. Every great philosopher, artist, scientist, and leader didn't achieve greatness by sticking to the familiar. They ventured into unknown territories of thought, innovation, and action. Think of Socrates questioning the beliefs of Athens, risking his own safety to pursue truth. Or consider Albert Einstein, who rejected comfortable and established scientific theories to challenge the very concept of space and time. Growth, it turns out, often requires discomfort. There's a deeper cost here too. When we avoid challenges, we can become stagnant. We become defined by who we were rather than who we could be. And in the end, we risk not reaching our potential, perhaps even regretting the roads we didn't take. It's natural to wonder why we avoid discomfort at all. The answer lies in how our minds are wired. The human brain evolved to seek out security. Ancient humans faced real physical dangers, so being cautious was often a survival advantage. Today, though, our dangers are different. We're rarely running from predators, but our brains still try to protect us by avoiding what's uncertain, uncomfortable, or challenging. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, and fear of the unknown are powerful motivators, and they keep us stuck in repetitive cycles, clinging to what we know. But here's the thing. Each time we break out of this pattern, we expand our boundaries a little further. Our comfort zone stretches, and what was once frightening becomes a new normal. We build resilience. So how can you start stepping out of your comfort zone right now? Step 1. Start small. Choose something simple, yet slightly challenging. You don't need to make life-altering decisions immediately. Maybe it's trying a new hobby, speaking to someone you don't usually interact with, or voicing a new idea in a meeting. Small steps create momentum, and over time, your comfort zone will expand. Step 2. Change your mindset toward discomfort. Philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus spoke about viewing challenges as opportunities for growth. Discomfort, in their view, wasn't something to avoid, but something to use as a path to inner strength and character. When you feel nervous, try reframing it. Instead of seeing it as a sign to back down, see it as a sign that you're pushing boundaries, growing. Step 3. Reflect and recognize growth. Keep a journal or take mental notes. Reflect on moments when you felt uncomfortable and what came from them. Did you learn something new? Did you survive the situation, maybe even thrive? Over time, these reflections help you realize that discomfort often leads to positive outcomes. Step 4. Make it a habit. Step out of your comfort zone regularly. The more you practice, the more familiar it becomes. Just like exercising a muscle, challenging yourself builds mental strength and resilience. You get used to adapting and facing new challenges with a more open mind. When you leave your comfort zone, you open the door to transformation. You develop a stronger sense of self, a clearer understanding of your capabilities, and a deeper empathy for others. You gain a richer perspective on life because you've dared to step beyond your own limitations. To return to Plato's cave, think of what happens when one prisoner leaves and sees the world beyond the shadows. Yes, it's jarring at first, overwhelming even. But once they adjust, they experience the beauty and reality that was previously hidden. And once that truth is seen, it's hard to go back to the limitations of the cave. So, if you're still listening, I urge you, step out. Take even the smallest step beyond what you know. You don't need to leap. Even a small shift can create momentum. Explore new ideas, embrace discomfort, and learn from the challenges. This journey may not be easy, but it's profoundly rewarding. In a world where we often seek ease and comfort, be someone who seeks growth, who dares to question, who steps beyond. Be someone who, instead of staying in the shadows, moves into the light. Thank you for exploring this topic with me today. If you're ready to break free from your comfort zone, remember, it doesn't happen in one big leap, but through small, consistent steps forward.